Hey all, welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, and today I am bringing you guys my deck that I use to farm Mai. Now I haven't really needed to farm Mai in a very long time. The only reason I ever needed to was just to get the vanilla harpies from her. But I wanted to see if I can make an updated, a better version of that deck, and now that there's the Paradox Brothers and their Labyrinth Builder ability, their Gate Guardian ability, the one that summons all them Elements Unite, I wanted to look in to see if I could build something better and more consistent. So now I went to Game A, because they're kind of my reference for a lot of stuff, and I saw that they had a fairly nice one using the Labyrinth Builder that focuses on Union attack, and I playtested that and I found that the Amazoness Sage will still attack your Labyrinth wall even though it has no chance of destroying it, and they'll deal my damage. They'll deal my battle damage. So using Union attack with Vassal doesn't really matter then, because you don't get the 1,000 points for just dealing effect damage. And I found that my summons that out almost every game. I'd say at least 4 out of the 5 games she brings it out. So then I kind of went back to the drawing board. I'm like, okay, how am I going to make at least a 7,000 point farm deck for Mai? And I came up with this. So this is my farming deck for Mai. So the main focus of this deck is to bring out your Labyrinth Wall turn 1, and then when you get a chance, you tribute over your Labyrinth Wall for another Labyrinth Wall, and you want to make sure you do this at a time where Mai's life points are not below 1400, just in case Mai attacks in with her lowest attack monster, so it doesn't instantly kill her there. So Labyrinth Wall is your stall card, and Thunder Dragon is your fusion card. That also helps with thinning out your deck a lot, especially in Labyrinth Builder decks. Thunder Dragon is really effective in thinning out that deck, because you do shuffle 2 cards back into your deck. In addition, we also have Gravekeeper's Recruiter. When this card you control is sent to your graveyard, add 1 Gravekeeper's monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. So the key card to use with this is another Recruiter, because it has 1500 or less defense, and then you can thin out your deck a little bit easier, and you tribute that off. How you get it in the graveyard is using your Wonder Wand. So Wonder Wand you equip to a spellcaster type monster. It does gain the 500, that's negligible, we don't use that, but you can send both that and this card to the graveyard to draw 2 cards, and that makes it a little bit better than using White Elephant's Gift and a normal monster. Next up, we use Shards of Greed, fairly common, just to draw cards. You can replace these with Jars of Greed. If you don't have 1 or 2 Shards of Greed, I recommend only having 2. 3, you're probably just not going to even utilize it, because the chances are you probably won't see it, and then you'll just have to discard it eventually. And then finally, instead of using Jar of Greeds, I use something new, the Good Goblin Housekeeping. So this is basically a way for you to put your recruiters back in your deck in case you draw them, or other important cards you have that you need for the farm, in order to grab cards that you don't really mind setting face down and have the potential of having them be destroyed. But the main effect is that you get to draw a card plus 1 however many Goblin Housekeepings you have in the graveyard. So you can possibly draw 3 cards, thus making it a way better plus than just 1 Jar of Greed would. And of course, just the reassurance is awesome as well. And I have a glossy version of this, so it helps just get a little bit extra points. Not that that is required in this farm to get over 7,000. The farm alone will definitely give you the 7,000. You don't need the glossy up to that, but there's a little bit extra in there, so I just started using Good Goblin Housekeeping just in case I need to use this in a farm deck in the future. I want to be good with it. And then for our instant kill 10,000 point damage combo, we're using Piranha Army once again. Piranha Army inflicts double damage when it attacks directly. And then with our Thunder Dragon, we Ryoku over half the points, which is a total of 1,400 being added onto the 800, bringing it to 2,200. And then we Gift of the Martyr. So with this, you send your Thunder Dragon to the graveyard, and then its original attack points get added onto your Piranha Army, which is 2,800, which brings you to 5,000 exactly. But before all that, you want to make sure that you use Secret Pass to the treasures while Piranha Army is still below the 1,000, so it can attack directly. With that 5,000, it'll double to 10,000, and that's how you deal that much damage and get your 3,000 dual point rewards. That's a fairly standard little engine there, except this time instead of just using Gift of the Martyr with Blue Eyes Ultimate, so there's no need for Ryoku, I decided to keep the Thunder Dragons just because it has great synergy with the deck. So I had to add in a Ryoku, but it still equals the exact 5,000 needed. Alright, so let's just talk a little bit why I chose to build this and not just use the Union attack and take the 1,000 point hit. So using the Union attack version, it takes 2 Union attacks and a shield and sword. So that's 3 extra cards you need to add in there, opposed to just this build, which only takes Ryoku and Gift of the Martyr. So that leaves you an extra spot. That way you can put in Labyrinth Walls, because without using the effect damage only bonus, you'd only be getting 6,900 points maximum without Glossy and Prismatic cards. So as a base farm, it's below 7,000. So I had to find a way to bring it up to 7,000. That's why I chose to go with the Gift of the Martyr Piranha Army strategy, just to clear up some space and add in that Tribute Summon monster. So on the final turn, just for complete clarification and make things really simple, I'm just going to lay things out in exact order. You summon out your Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, then you summon out your Piranha Army. You activate Secret Pass the treasures on your Piranha Army while it's below its 1,000 attack point limit. And then you activate Ryoku to send over half the points. And then you activate Gift of the Martyr to send over the remainder of the points. Then you attack directly, and that's the end. Alright, and I have 2 video clips of successful farms that I used with this deck. Each time is a little bit different depending on what she brings out. So let's jump into that so you guys can see that this deck actually works as an effective farm. You can kind of see what drops I get. And you can see the whole scheme of things, so you can recreate this so it's successful for you as well. And I'll see you at the end of the video. So there you guys have it, easily over 7,000 each time. It's a very easy farm to use, even if you don't want to use your goblin and you want to just use 3 jar of grease. That works as well. I just use it for speed farming. I want to be able to farm Mai as fast as I can, and there's really no reason for me to farm her now. Maybe just to get the 1 Harpy support card, that spell card. But other than that, I've gotten everything I need from Mai. But for people who do need to get Mai and want to do it quickly, this is pretty great. And I thank the website Game A because they're really awesome. They always give me the foundations I need, and they had a great starting point for this deck for me. And I wouldn't be able to do this without all these resources. And today I just want to say thanks for that resource. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you leave them down below, and I can help you all the best I can, as quickly as I can. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, hope you found it informative, and I hope to catch you in the next one. I know there's a new duelist coming to the Duel World tomorrow, so that's very exciting. Hope you stay tuned for that, and as always, peace.